is never to break into a building when the property owner is watching. It's a recipe for disaster. How do you pull off such a thing in front of the property owner? Just look at this guy, who thought he had everything under control. He was so focused on breaking into the building that he didn't even notice the property owner watching him from the window. But his dedication quickly turned into embarrassment when the door finally started to bend, and he saw the magnet lock button right in front of his eyes. In a twinkle of an eye, he realized his mistake. Talk about an awkward and a facepalm moment. And that's not all. Just when you thought it couldn't get any funnier, this guy tried to act relaxed and nonchalant like he meant to do it all along. But let's just say he didn't fool anyone. Don't be like this guy. If you're going to break into a building, at least make sure you're not being watched, and always remember to check for any magnet lock buttons. Number 14, Australian ATM amateur. Let's take you down to Queensland, Australia, for a wild ride with possibly the dumbest criminal of all time. This criminal has a brilliant plan in mind. He's got his trusty chain and stolen pickup truck, ready to rob a store and make some quick cash. He pulls up to the store, and possibly with a devilish grin, he revs up his engine. Within a short moment, he smashes through the glass door with his hammer. He's on a mission, and he's got the power of the chain and the speed of his truck. He's unstoppable, or so he thinks. As it turns out, this criminal was a little too confident and didn't realize that his chain had come unhooked from the truck. He drove off into the sunset without a single penny to show for it. But wait, it gets better. Our criminal mastermind is not one to give up that easily. He's got a plan B. He returns to the crime scene with a determination like no other. A few minutes later, our genius criminal returns to the location of the crime with a bold plan to try again.
Why you try it again? Nigga. Why you try it again, my guy? Should've said, fuck it. You fucked up.
He's got this. He's got the chain and the truck, and he's unstoppable. Oh, wait, what's this? He realizes his chain is too short. Can you believe it? He definitely can't. He's got the brawn, but not the brain. So he speeds off into the night with nothing to show for his daring escapade. This guy is the perfect example of how not to rob a store. He might be the king of...
Did that nigga have a mask?
There's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
What? Crime, but he's also the king of failing. Number 13, smart Canadian business owner. In faraway Canada, an intelligent business owner took matters into her own hands after being the victim of multiple burglaries. This woman owned a mobile phone repair shop and knew that these little gadgets were prime targets for would-be thieves. So, what did she do? She ensured that all the expensive items were safely locked away after each shift. But that wasn't enough. She used her tech-savvy skills to install a security camera system linked directly to her phone. And when she received a notification on her screen, she logged in to watch the drama unfold. And it was only a short time before this smart move started yielding results. Shortly after the installation, a wannabe thief tried to break in. He had absolutely no idea that the owner had set a trap. The security gate was curved, so the burglar could crawl in, but he couldn't crawl out. The thief was frantically searching for an exit, but he was caught in a sticky situation. The police arrived.
He said he's caught in a sticky situation. Damn. It's all fucked up, man. Damn.
And even helped untangle him after he got stuck underneath the curved gate. But the best part? The owner could watch the whole thing unfold from the safety of her phone, making comments and providing commentary like an actual commentator. And this is a perfect example of the famous Canadian politeness at work. Number 12, Bandana Botch Boys. These two masterminds were caught red-handed or red-faced in a London alleyway. They thought they had everything they needed for the perfect heist: gloves, bandanas, and a gun. But they needed to remember one crucial detail: to check for cameras. They didn't know that they were being watched. And we mean what?
Y'all ain't catch the motherfucking place? You didn't catch the place, shorties. You didn't give a fuck, huh? You ain't check around, see any cameras for y'all even put the mask on or have the mask like right here, you know, you walking, keep your face down, then you put your mask on. Let's go.
Watched closely. The whole scene was caught on CCTV, and let's just say it's not their finest hour. These two, who probably thought they were dressed to impress for their big heist, were completely unaware of the camera right beside them, capturing every silly move they made. And trust us, their actions were ridiculous. But that's not all. They managed to walk out of the alley with their weapon, ready to rob their unsuspecting victim whom they'd been targeting for his flashy and expensive car. But as soon as their intended target took off running, these two robbers also ran for the hills. If you're going to commit a crime, at least ensure there are no cameras around to catch you. And if you do get caught, try to make a run for it. We may never know what they were expecting, but one thing's for sure, they were not ready for the police to come after them. These guys might have had gloves, bandanas, and a gun, but they needed a foolproof plan. But hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, right? Number 11. The Doorbell Liquor Salinas, California is no ordinary town. It's the birthplace of famous writer John Steinbeck, singer Vanessa Hudgens, and the one and only Roberto Daniel Arroyo, the infamous Doorbell Liquor.
Like, he on some that shit.
Sylvia Dungan, a resident of Salinas, was living her best life when she noticed something strange always happening outside her front door. So, she had the brilliant idea to...
He about to say, bitch, open the door, bitch. I tell you what, you know, open the door, I'm gonna come on in. Like he's about to say some shit like that.
To install a Ring doorbell camera at her front door. Little did she know that she was about to capture a wild and hilarious moment. As she checked the footage, she couldn't believe her eyes. What she caught was something straight out of a comedy show. There was Roberto, licking her doorbell for 3 straight hours. He was so committed to his licking it.
Damn it, Roberto. I'm gonna show you what I can do. I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Escapade that he didn't even stop when Sylvia's husband, David, confronted him in the middle of the night. The video...
Stop. Hey, stop. Give it to the speaker right here, man. You some kind of exercise. Oh shit! I fucked that.
Courtney is deep in a practicum tech bootcamp.
That'd be it, man.